Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.
Recording?
Yeah.
Alright, you ready? 3.
Okay, we've had a lot of questions about the video we did in the garden last time, so we're going to try and hopefully answer some of them questions now. Go on, Kev.
Yeah, we've had quite a few inboxes since the last video that me and Mark did. People still aren't grasping the concept of the bills of exchange. We'll go through each step. We're going to do you a quick lesson on this. 3 people that I know have been steamrolled in court, and if you remember in the last video we said that they can flip jurisdiction. Well, that's what they did on these 3 guys. They flipped jurisdiction, so we'll cover that as well. And then we'll go into the joint gyro credit slips and the credit slips, and we'll discuss how, because there's 3 main roles that you play in the bill of exchange. We'll go into that later on and how the mechanism works. But you just got to understand it's a game, and each game has its rules. This doesn't apply. You can't use 3 letters on this, and you can't ask for contracts because, as you know, a company can't contract with a man, only a man can contract with a man, and they're all agreements. So you get a telephone agreement, you get a loan agreement, it's all agreement. So that's where we are on that. So if we go back from the start, we'll go back for the court bit first. I think get the court wound bit up first. So one guy contacted me last week, and
before that, if you're going to contact us, don't contact us the day before. You know, contact us a week or a month before to give us more time to deal with it. If you contact us the day before, we're going to struggle to help you.
And that's what happened. That's what I was. Anyway, this particular guy, 2 days before, he contacted me, and then the day before that, his court hearing, he contacted Paul Webster. I had about a good hour's chat with him, and I explained about the safety aspect of it, and the 86 warrant of execution aspect of it, where it's just a statutory instrument, and they're statutory obliged to come to your door and can I change your prepaid meters? Well,
they could probably say, I've come to change your prepaid your meter, because they don't actually have to say, is it okay? And they'll look, as we know, they lie and they try and scam us all, so just bear that one in mind.
So he went to court, and he went with his gas safe certificate, and I got blew out the water. Blew that one out the water straight away. But then the clerk, because in magistrates it's the clerk at the front of the magistrates that actually guide the magistrates. They're the ones that agenda upon the law.
Well, supposed to be.
Supposed to be, yeah. But they was going still for another warrant, and they said this is not a safety issue. So you can see what we talked about on the last video, where they flipped jurisdiction, and they're not going to help you, and they're not going to tell you when they're going to do it. They'd actually flipped jurisdiction on him.
Now, if he'd asked if they'd flipped jurisdiction, do you reckon they would have said yes? They would have said, if he'd asked what jurisdiction are they in, do you reckon they would have said civil?
Yes, I do, because that happened on another case. So don't be frightened, and ask if things aren't going. You've blew the 54 warrant out, so now you should be asking yourself questions. They're still going for another warrant. So you just say, what jurisdiction does the court lay in at this moment? And they will say, we're in criminal, but we can deal with civil. So, well, are we in civil? Well, yes. The clerk actually said to him, this is not a safety issue, but if you can prove to the court otherwise that the bill has been paid.
Yeah, down that same old route.
I'm still going to issue the warrant. And they issued the warrant. The thing is, what people are doing when they stop or they don't pay, they don't pay through ignorance, really. Okay. The key is, put your bill in dispute before it gets to the court stages, before it gets to the warrant stages.
Now, how would you put the bill in dispute?
Well, if you're going to